Chapter 26. I heard the door open again, and I felt nervous because of the crime that I committed. I tried to wipe the blood on my hand, but it is already dry and I can't wipe it. So I hid it behind me. The man wearing white with a tray of food went inside and put the tray on my bed beside me. He looked at me because I was looking at him, and then he looked under the bed to where I am looking. No, 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 I whispered, while I'm still nervous and scared that he might discover the dead body that I hid under my bed. He looked at the floor where I was looking. I hope he will not see the blood stains left on the floor. I looked away when he looked at me for a second, and he said, "Eat your food now and take your medicine." And he was about to leave and close the door when I told him to wait. He looked at me again, but I couldn't look back at him. "Can I ask for an extra pillow and a new blanket?" And I call it because I am naked. I asked him while looking under my bed, looking at the man that I killed. "And also a cleaning?" I added with a smile. He answered. He didn't answer. He was just looking at me and looked under the bed and looked at me again. "Your pillow and blanket are still clean and you're not naked," he said while looking at me while I'm looking under my bed. He took a deep breath and said, "I told you to take your medicine." "No, no, no," I whispered while looking at the man under my bed when it was him moving. I saw him arm move and he removed the blanket that I covered to him. "He's about to crawl out from my bed." "No, no," I whispered again, and I looked closer under my bed. My eyes opened wide and my jaw dropped because I thought he was already dead, but now he's moving and I didn't want the other man to see him. I looked at the other man who was standing near the door, and I saw him looking at me, like wondering what the hell is happening. "Quick, go out," I said, and I stood up and pushed him out of my room because I didn't want him to see the dead becoming alive again, and I banged the door. I took a deep breath because it was closed. I remember how I pushed the door so that my mom couldn't get inside my room. The flashback of my memories gives me a headache. When I suddenly hear a whistle, a familiar whistle, but I can't remember what it is he whistles, and the light blinks that makes me scared. I don't want to look back because I'm scared, but I need to see what is happening. The whistle gets nearer and nearer, and the light blinks faster and faster, until the whistle and the blink of the light suddenly stops, and I can feel his breath on my neck. I turned around and I saw him floating, facing me now. "Ah!" I screamed, and I pushed him away from me. In an instant, he's gone. I looked around and he was really gone. The light is no longer blinking. I'm wearing my clothes now. No blood stain on the floor, on my blanket, and on my pillow. I'm all alone in my room. Everything is back to normal and things were there like nothing happened. No crime, no killing, and especially no dead man under my bed. I saw the tray with food and my medicine that the other man left on my bed. I picked up the sandwich and started eating it. I also ate the mashed potato, fried chicken with rice, and drank a bottle of water. I looked at the medicines that he wants me to take, but I don't like. I picked it up just to throw it on the floor and stepped on it because I don't want to take it. I took a deep breath and shook my head when I remembered my dream about Echo. I thought it is real because I look real. His kiss, his touch, his hugs makes me crave for him. I wish he would come and rescue me because I really want to be free and be in his arms again. I look at the camera and look closer to it until when are you going to keep me here? I asked myself while looking at the camera because there was no use if I really asked her. I know she's not going to answer me. I stared at it for a couple of minutes and showed my middle finger again to them. I know they are recording me and that is my purpose for them to see me doing the middle finger because I am so pissed off staying alone inside this room, alone and bored, and then I went to my bed. I lay down and kicked the tray. I heard it fall on the floor. I smiled because the noise that it was created is like music to my ears. because of the quietness of this room that I could almost hear my breathing and my heart beat. Later, the man in white will come back to get it. I closed my eyes and still remembered Echo and her happy moments. Makes me frustrated because I want to feel his arms, his lips, and the way he kisses me again, but I can't do a move or make a way to help myself get up here. Please come and rescue me, I whispered while remembering how he kissed me, caressing me that makes me miss him so much. I am so bored. I took a deep breath, counting all the stars in imagination, and fell asleep. Chapter 27. I heard the door open and there's a man who is wearing white like me who went inside and wore a straight jacket. We went to the other room near my room and I saw Doctor Costello sitting and waiting for me. I sat in front of her, like before she had her pen and paper and a camera beside her. I know she is recording me like before. He looked at me and took a deep breath. How are you, Helena? She asked me with her sweet and calm voice. I know that she is hiding a demon beast behind her sweet and calm voice, so I ignored her question. You want to go out from here? She asked. That made me look at her. You need to work for it. You need to show me that you're okay. She said, well, look at me, waiting for my reaction, but I just look away because I don't want to talk to her. How are you, Helena? She asked again. I can't sleep, I answered, and I looked directly at her eyes. I saw her smile because I answered her question. May I know why? I looked away, and because of the bad dream, I answered almost in a whisper while still looking away. May I know what the bad dream is about? I didn't answer because I don't know how to answer it. I don't know what to tell her. Helena. She called me and was still waiting for my answer. I take a deep breath and look at her again. About the people that I killed, I answered in almost a whisper. And what about them? I slowly shake my head and look away again because I don't know if my answer is necessary. I don't know because I never did them wrong. I look at her and I help them to remove their pains and sufferings, I added, trying to convince her. So, how do you feel after you help them? She asked while writing every word that I would say. I feel better, he answered her and looked at her with no remorse. But why are you dreaming about them now? I look away again because, again, I don't know the answer to her question. I take a deep breath and I am hoping that this injury will get over. Why are you dreaming about them, Helena? She asked again. I looked at her and her sharp stare on me made me uncomfortable but I needed to fight it because I knew it. She's a demon, but I am God's angel. I don't need to be scared of her. Sometimes we dream out of conscience, she said. I looked at her and asked, why would I feel conscience? She didn't answer. I know. I cornered her because of my question. I didn't do anything wrong, I said while looking directly into her eyes. She cleared her throat and asked, how's your relationship with your parents? Chaos. They are always fighting, broken. We don't have a happy home. Who's Silva? She's asking about my nanny Silva. My comfort, my everything. Somehow, and someone who is always there for me, but she's gone now because of Belinda. And how about Belinda? Who is Belinda? I took a deep breath when I heard her name because I really hate Belinda, and I don't know she knew it. I saw her look at me while waiting for my answer. She's Fernanda's mistress. Fernanda is my dad, and she killed Nanny Silva. I saw her red car run over to my nanny, and I can't forget about it. I answered, and she is still writing it. There's even a camera beside her recording every answer that I would say. She still needs to write it. That is why I hate red cars, I added. She heard everything that I said on paper and then asked me again. Who is Brother Mike? The one who sexually abused me when I was 6 years old. At the playground of our chapel, he put his finger inside me and made me suck his cock. I looked at her to see her reaction after hearing my answer to her question about Mike, and I continued. He's a demon in disguise. That is why I killed him. If ever that you will begin a chance, are you going to kill again? I smiled at her. I like her reaction. Nice question. I went closer to her, looked into her eyes, and answered, yes, with no doubt. She took a deep breath and looked at me. Maybe she can't believe in my answer. Are we done here? Can I go now? I asked her. She cleared her throat again and, of course, she answered. Next time again? She told me. She fixed her things, and the man who was watching us outside went into the room and escorted me back to my room. Let me out of here, I told him, but he didn't mind as if he couldn't near me. He removed my straitjacket and gave me a straight look before he closed the door and left me alone. I am all alone again in this room, bored and bored. I don't even know what time it is or what day it is. I take a deep breath and I lie down on my bed. I try to sleep since my head is aching because I didn't sleep well last time. When I close my eyes, the face of a man flashes in my head. I know it is not echo even though I can see it clearly because it's blurry. I tried to see who he was, but it was really blurry. I tried to remember, but it only makes my head ache more. I tossed and rolled on my bed. I took a deep breath and looked up at the ceiling, still wishing for Echo to come and rescue me before I lost my sanity.